Hello class, and today I'll be talking about my SWOT analysis for my project. So let's get started. So I chose to talk about AI-assisted fighter jet drones. They're usually commonly referred to as UCAV or CCA, which can stand for Collaborative Combat Aircraft or Unmanned Combat Area Vehicle. They can do everything such as ISR, which also stands for Intelligence, Surveillance, and Reconnaissance. And their primary goal is to act as a wingman for main fighter pilots that are in a combat scenario. Some of the advantages of CCAs and UCAVs, they're pretty much designed to act as a swarm of aircraft in a dogfighting scenario. They can be controlled autonomously from one pilot in a separate aircraft. They can be controlled by a pilot, or they can be controlled by a pilot on the ground. And they can also complete missions with complete autonomy, depending on what they're set to do and what their goal is. The nice thing about these is they pretty much swarm and they act as wingmen for pilots. So if there's two pilots, such as an F-35, they have the capability of controlling a swarm of up to, I'm pretty sure, like 20 aircraft. And they tell them what they want, what targets to target while they're focused on other things. So it takes the pressure off of these pilots and have other autonomous aircraft doing the same thing. Human factor out of aircraft or split second decision making, and they are also designed to be very cost effective compared to huge bulky fighter jets such as the F-18, F-16, F-22, F-35, any fighter jet in the arsenal right now. So some of the negatives for this would be that they could potentially be hacked by enemy aircraft. They can be affected by radar jammers, can affect its communication with main pilots on missions, so that type of jamming can occur. And also another thing too, does not have the human factor decision making process in it, so that can also be a huge thing in it. The goal of UAVs and CCAs, the goal is to overwhelm adversaries. That's what their design is, and operate in contested environments that are very hostile and are unpredictable. Some of the opportunities that they develop are new advantages on the battlefield. It's just a new thing for enemies and adversaries to deal with, which is the point. Advancements on technology increase dramatically. One fighters can be sent in as swarms to overpower other adversaries. It can be controlled by one fighter pilot in the sky. So if there is a fighter pilot with a squadron of pilots, such as 5 or 6 aircraft, if they have these swarms, they could potentially grow up to 30 to 50 to 60 with only 4 or 5 that are manned, and then everything else is just autonomous and doing the heavy work. And it creates more market for drone tech to be competitive, so that's a really good thing in an American economy. Some of the threats that they could face is adversaries could replicate technology and use it against us. Companies charge way more than expected and overpower the market, potentially monopolizing it, which we've seen before in certain situations. And they could also be labeled as inhumane depending on the missions they could go on and what they're used to do. Again, America wouldn't most likely never do this, but other countries that take advantage and commit war crimes all the time could have the potential of doing this. And it could lead to changes in how we fight in the sky. So again, the sky is always changing of how we fight wars, and regulations on where we fly due to risk of being hacked and controlled from a third-party threat. So if they're flying in the United States, someone could hack into them and take control of them, because sometimes they are hackable. Really anything is hackable nowadays, so there's always the threat of that happening. And here are my references. Thank you very much.